talking about bold women, the other person who I love and adore is Cherie Blair. Cherie is all about empowering women, but women in the villages. And with one mobile phone,
Yes.
it can be transformational.
Yes, Cherie is doing an extraordinary job expanding small business enterprises throughout Africa and other countries, but mainly in Africa at the moment, with a simple Nokia phone. It's not even a high-level smartphone. She's able to deliver 30-second snaps of important information developed by American universities to help particularly women with their small businesses, how to be successful, how to run a marketing campaign, how to collect your debts, everything. And she's doing little mini MBAs via the phone to outreach them into villages throughout Africa. It's an extraordinary exercise.
And she's mentoring, she's into this mentoring. And talking about great, bold women is Francine Lafrac, who's the founder of Same Sky, who's empowering women with HIV in Rwanda. Now that's a bold move, Francine Lafrac. Let's talk about Francine.
Her passion, and she puts herself right there at the forefront, is to support women. As you said, it started off with people with HIV in Rwanda and little glass beads, and it's now expanded into a whole fashion range of jewellery. And that is spreading throughout the world. And in fact, she has an aspiration to bring it to Australia and to work with Indigenous communities here in Australia.
I know, that's pretty
to
extraordinary.
empower them.
And back to bold women, we've got to acknowledge Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary had the courage to back herself, drive extraordinary capability to want to be the first woman president in the United States of America. Now, whilst she didn't get to that destination, you have to admire her boldness, her determination.
But what I love about Hillary is, having read a little bit about her, that every time she was knocked down, she would just say, "This is just my life."
Yes.
She said, "I just get up the next morning and I start again." And that really resonates with a
Because
lot of
every
women.
morning the sun shines.
Every morning the sun comes up and I can start again.
And let's go into our local space. Our Queensland Premier. Today you and I were at the Queensland Premier Advisory Board,
Yes.
and you were there with me. Anastasia Palaszczuk. I mean, someone who only had 10 seats ended up becoming the Premier.
And
I mean, what a bold move.
Yes. And leading the government, and really one of the quiet achievers. Not someone who makes a big fuss, works really, really quietly behind the scenes. And what is extraordinary is the vision she has for this state to create growth opportunities, to bring businesses here, to grow the economy.
So back to bold women, I'd say Julie Bishop. I
Yes.
mean, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Deputy Leader of the Liberal Party. What would we say about Julie Bishop? Bold, determined, resilient, beautiful, stylish. She's got it all.
Her capacity on the world stage as a diplomat is second to none. She manages the most complex issues at global level with amazing grace, and her clear head, I suppose that legal mind that she has, she just, really drives for solutions. So I think she is one of the leading lights in the diplomatic world.
And now let's go to business leaders in Australia. The first person I'd like to acknowledge is someone like Therese Rain. I mean, who's now my next door neighbour. I mean, she is phenomenal.
Well, Therese, of course, started her business, a small business here in Brisbane many years ago, wanting to do something for people who had disabilities. She was very focused on that. She had a background in that area, and just her desire to do good and to do more for people who had that disability, she grew that into a global business.
Let's talk about Kerry Craig.
Well,
she's still continuously driven.
Yes, and she is timeless and ageless, isn't she?
Yes.
She is always just an amazingly graceful woman. And from her fashion design, but now her passion for the country, because of her family being involved in the cattle industry, one of the biggest export earners for our state again. And so she's passionate about both her fashion, but also about the country and about supporting the communities outside the southeast corner and recognising those people. She's an amazing person who's grown from one business and then expanded into something so much more.
And talking about bold, we've got to mention Gina Reinhardt, who's now absolutely looking fabulous. She's made a decision that fitness is her priority. And my God, she looks fabulous.
Yes, and we had the pleasure of meeting Gina Reinhardt at a Forbes conference in Asia, which was a CEO conference. And again, one of those quiet achievers, someone who just understands business, gets on and does it.
So let's just name a few others. Jeannie Pratt.
Oh, well,
I mean, she's
an
the
icon.
iconic
She is the
icon.
icon.
And she's put so much energy into theatre and drama and the arts. Let's talk about Jeannie Pratt.
And
her beautiful daughters, Fiona Pratt and Eloise Pratt. Extraordinary.
this is a family that continues to contribute so much philanthropy throughout this country, and often I think are probably not recognised for that, because they, the family business, Vizzy, is a very successful international business, but their passion, particularly for the arts, for good causes, is absolutely extraordinary.
Right, so I guess we've told you about some bold women, and all I can say is this has been the International Women's Day. We represent women who today have got stronger resources than anything you can possibly imagine. Women power, supporting each other, and understanding our emotional intelligence. And all I say is the tip that I want to give is to each woman that is listening to us today is build your emotional muscle, because you may need it today or you may need it tomorrow so much more. So on that note, bold is the answer, but I go stronger and say disrupt yourself. Unless you disrupt yourself, someone else will. And if it is to be, it is up to me. Happy International Women's Day. See you at the top. Ciao for now. Bye.